I'm sure we have all run into that one player online. You know the one. They spam the same move over and over, and for some reason, you just can't seem to find a way to punish it. Well, in today's video, I will be going over these moves that I find most aggravating to deal with. If you feel differently about a character's most annoying move, then be sure to share why I'm wrong. For Zetterburn, it just has to be Fireball. You'll see Zettermains throwing this thing out in neutral all the time, as well as at the end of a combo if they can't catch you. Oh boy, a spammable projectile that gives the user more kill power. My favorite. It also doesn't even take that long to use the move over and over, so have fun parrying every fireball that comes at you. In my opinion, most of Forceburn's moveset is fairly okay, and I don't have much of a problem with it. However, this is a video for every character's most annoying attack, so I'm going to have to name one, and I think it's going to be Clone. If a clone is near you, you have two options. Either kill it and spawn a smoke cloud, as well as being stuck in end lag for whatever attack you just used, or get hit by it when the opponent detonates it. So unless you have a projectile to kill the clone with, it's always going to be a lose-lose situation for you no matter what you do. Even though I find Forward Strong on Claren to be an extremely annoying attack, with it coming out decently fast and having a huge hitbox, I still think that counter is more annoying. Counter has a startup of 6 frames, and Claren is invulnerable from frame 7 to 23. This lasts a relatively long time, and if you hit Claren at any point during those frames, then boom, no fun zone. Claren now has control over that part of the stage, and none of your projectiles will work anymore. Even though you can't spam this move since it has a cooldown, it's still super frustrating to deal with, especially if your playstyle revolves around projectiles. There are so many different moves I could say for Malo, but I feel like the Firecracker Bomb takes the cake. I don't even see the reason for a Malo player to use the Flashbang Bomb, because I swear that the Firecracker one keeps you in hit stun for longer. I have heard the sound of this bomb exploding so much that the next time I hear one in real life, I'm probably going to have PTSD. Speaking of annoying things, you should subscribe. It's free and you can always change. Tornado. It's a long-lasting move that Raster can use to kill off the top, and once you're caught in it, all you can do is watch in horror as your character slowly gets dragged upwards to the blast zone to meet their inevitable demise. While Abscess F-Tilt is certainly nothing to push off to the side, with it covering the whole stage in most cases, it does have a relatively slow startup time and has a decent amount of end lag, so it is punishable. What isn't nearly as punishable is when I'm comboing an Absa, and then the second that they're free from the combo, they use Cloud Lightning Bolt when I'm in midair, halfway across the stage, and then I die. This thing is terrifying. It kills early, and although it has a relatively slow startup time, it has a huge hitbox. Sort of reminds me of Nessa's yo-yo glitch from Melee. Even though Eliana has a lot of annoying attacks, mainly being aerials, that have a lot of combo options, I have a lot of respect for Eliana players. They have to manage so much at the same time that it is really impressive what combos they're able to pull off. That being said, I think that up tilt is the most annoying attack. Even though it has a lot of end lag and is relatively not safe for Eliana to use, the hitbox lasts a decently long time, and if you do get hit by it, it is almost certainly death. Being launched off stage with this attack can lead into aerial combos that are nearly inescapable. For Palm, I was going to say Upstrong just because of how big it is and how strong the sweet spot is, but I think instead I'm going to give it to Forward Aerial, just because of how good Palm's air mobility is. This thing has a huge hitbox and can kill pretty early, and that paired with Palm's previously mentioned good air mobility makes this attack terrifying. Although I do also think that up air and dash attack can be aggravating if spammed. Wow, Palm really has a lot of annoying attacks, don't they? Rock. It's Rock, okay? We all knew I was going to say this, so it's no surprise. Rock. Sadly for Maple, it's going to be Lily, or down special. This is because if Lily is placed on certain platforms in the right position, it is almost impossible to parry, and with that, Maple can just plop the little plant down and be like, Okay, this part of the stage is mine now. Cry about it. Skill issue. Cope. Seethe. Rage. I really couldn't think of any for Sylveos because I've barely played them or have fought anyone who plays them. So I'm just going to say any move where Sylveos throws out a flower because of the stage control utility, along with the ability to have the opponent stuck in one place for a while if they get hit by it, similar to Eliana's Mine. I would say Upstrong just because of how big the hitbox is and how strong it is. Pre-nerf, however, it would definitely either be side special or up air. Now, for Arcane, I'm kind of divided. On one hand, the bubble pillars can be extremely annoying, but on the other hand, frame 7 down strong. I think I'm going to give it to the bubble pillars though, because it makes trying to get back on stage super annoying. Neutral special, and not necessarily the attack itself, but instead the ice armor that Aether gains from it. With this armor, Aether becomes so heavy you may as well give him 6 stocks instead of 3. Now, while I know a few people who hate Reyno's dash attack, I personally feel like side special is more annoying. Even though it's not that good because of how slow and laggy it is, if you do get hit by it, you just kind of have to hold to one side or the other with your controller as you contemplate your life choices and wonder how you got to this point in your life where you're just stuck, hopelessly watching as your damage ticks higher and higher and your spirits are crushed more and more. Upstrong has a ridiculously big hitbox, is super strong, and spikes. Downstrong has a built-in parry to the move. Side special grounds the opponent. Pick your poison. I feel like there just has to be a tie between two attacks for Ori. Powered up Science-Strongs and Up Air. Science-Strongs kill pretty early and they all have a decently large hitbox. And as for Up Air, it's a combo tool with a huge hitbox that also has a somewhat viable amount of kill power. All of them. Screw this character. And that's all the characters and their most annoying moves. The video's over now. Goodbye.